Hey everyone, it's me, Eufalesio, yet again with new content for you. In this video we'll talk about the script that Riliano has, also called Ngecekolka. Let me tell you a bit about this script. First of all, this script is an alphabet, so it has that going for it. And also, this alphabet is not written like you would expect, putting characters in a string that you read from specifically left to right. No. This alphabet puts character in blocks that you read in sort of zigzaggy way, and the direction of writing can change, and you can go up to down and down to up, and even combined you have some words that are going like this and then goes one like this, while the entire phrase goes like this, in that sort of way. It's complicated, but I'll blend it for you. Put it all in a blender, put it puree, and then serve it to you fresh, like it has to be. Okay, so let me get you started with the alphabet. Here's the whole thing. Ngecekolka is a compound word that means basic writing. Ngecekolka. And it is composed of 26 letters, just like English. But all these letters correspond to more or less a sound in Riliano. And there's also the catch that you have these 5 digraphs that are all over the place, which are composed of these 5 letters plus this one. Okay, so which sounds map to these letters or combinations of letters? Well, for starters, let me put you the Latin characters associated with these sounds. You have this M, N, Y, Q. This video requires that you watch the other previously, because if not, you won't understand a thing. Also, P, T, S, and that is not a K, it's a C. K, F, thorn, Z, X, H, B, D, L, J, G, R, I, E, A, O, U, and this one has no correspondence because it's mute, and so why would I have in a romanization a letter that is mute? It's nonsense. Also, these letters translate to PH, TH, SH, I am writing enough space, CH, and KH. My calligraphy is awful. Fuck. This is the whole scheme, more or less. I also know that this is mute. And there's another catch. And that these 4 letters, Pef, Tef, Chech, and Kech are their names, can also be pronounced equally as F, thorn, Z, and X. And I'll get to that in a bit. But first, let me tell you about the syllable structure. So basically, in Riliano, you have these 3 main blocks in a syllable. You have the onset, the vowels, and the coda. And excuse my penmanship, in the onset, all consonants can go in, all consonants. In the vowel slot, it's obvious. And in the coda, only some consonants can go in. And I'll tell you which ones exactly. Okay, so the coda slot only allows these consonants to go. And also the nasal ones. Oops, I forgot. And that is all the consonants that can go in the coda slot. Coda means that end of a syllable, basically. So, for example, you have cat in English. K is the onset, a is the vowel, and t is the coda. Cat. You can also have syllables with no onset, like at, which has a as the vowel and t as the coda. And also the other way around, like say, where s is the onset and a is the vowel. And coda? There's no coda. Okay, quick tangent here. Remember when I said that these consonants can go in? Well, these glyphs, pef, teth, chesh, and kech. These glyphs are these ones, the ones that are pronounced like p, t, ch, k, but also like f, th, sh, ch. And here's where the funny stuff comes into place, because, for example, let me get into a word, ochtem. As you can see, this is the symbol for k, kech, also called. But at the coda, the plosive consonants p, t, ch, k serve the same function as these, f, th, sh, ch, the same sound. And you might ask, and why is that? I don't know. Ask the ones that invented the writing, not me. I'll shut up. Next, I'm going to explain right now why this letter exists and its purpose, and also these things about the letter U, the letter for U, U, this for that everyone loves. Okay, so let me give you a word that best explains this. Aorti, which means lock or closing, or something along the lines of close. Notice the ontas right here, which denote zero onset. Hey, this syllable has no initial consonant. Be careful. Though this does not apply when the word is just one vowel. For example, the name U. You don't need another onta, which is called. But as soon as you have another consonant, for example, an, it is necessary that you put the onta. It is necessary, direction of writing. Then, U can also work as W, as well as U, because depending on which slot it is written, it functions as a consonant or a vowel, or both, or even a diphthong. When you see the word chua, it is written like this, chua, with the U in the same spot as a, but in the left, wa, chua. I'll get to that in a bit, because if it's written in other direction, it might look like this. Exactly reverse. This written the same, chua, but in other direction. I'll get to that later, don't worry. This also happens in diphthongs. For example, the mouthful of Yauthcoin, which means village. Notice the au here, right here, au. Or even simpler, the word ew, which means bad or disgusting, not likable, ew. The direction of these squiggles, these syllable blocks, is normally top to bottom when this is the direction of writing, but the orientation of these syllables can change. For example, imagine that you're writing instead of left to right, from right to left. Well, this is the orientation. Exactly reverse. You put first the onset, then the vowels, then the coda, but from down to up. And in that direction, basically, it's like a mm, like a spin, you do ooh, and that's how you determine. You always have to keep in touch that this is the direction of writing. Well, this is the direction of syllables. Always keep a 90-degree angle. Always. This can also apply, for example, if you're writing. Let me get different colors. This also applies if you're writing, say, from up to down. So, for example, you write like this. Well, in this case, the direction is like this. See that it is flipped, no? While you write like this, if this is the direction of writing, the syllable has to go like this. But as you can see, we run into a problem. This is contradictory. This scheme only applies to a horizontal direction, but when it's vertical, this is the orientation. If you are going top to bottom, the syllable has to be oriented from left to right. And when you do the opposite, like this. It's quite complex, but trust me, it's how it works. Yeah. Now, let me get you started on Riliano punctuation. Riliano punctuation is quite limited. For example, you know that in English you have this awesome question mark and exclamation mark, right? Well, in Riliano, these don't exist. And instead, they have actual words pertaining to this punctuation, which are she and ga. That's right. This one, though, this one is a suffix, while this one is considered a particle. And I'll get to that in a bit if I ever get to look at grammar and stuff. But just note that this goes on a word and this goes next to words, typically at the end of a sentence. The spaces between words, for example, you have a cat. In Riliano, this has to be separated by a dot. So you have, imagine, a cat, more or less. Imagine this is the word cat. Imagine this is the word this is the separator, the dot. To end the period, this period, a cat, these three lines. These three lines are the period. And then, if you want to leave sentences unfinished, you put this. This thing that looks like the symbol for E. But it is not the symbol for E. First of all, because the vertical line is much shorter and the horizontal line is much larger and longer. Let me give you an example. You have se, more or less like this. This is how it works. Then, note, Riliano also has numbers. But these numbers are not from 0 to 9, but instead they are from 0 to 6, for example. And that's all, the numbers. From 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A quick tangent on the numbers though. These numbers are always read from left to right. Always. Always. So for example, you have this number right here. This is always read from left to right. This corresponds to the number 1230 in base 6. And when I use my calculator... Oh fuck, it doesn't have decimal. Oh well. I'll do it manually, I guess. Okay, this is the number 306 in decimal. Okay, so this number system it uses less numbers but with the cost that you have to write more numbers, more digits to express the same quantity, because this is the same quantity but written differently. You get me? Now, I think this might have been a difficult thing to take for you. So let me give you a little review of what we have seen. We have seen this alphabet that has these rules, these sounds, and you put them together. And this is how it works. For example, let me think of the word for heart. Kiachi. Ki-a-chi. The word for lie. Gijreti. Gi-jre-ti. Gijreti. The word for day. Salafe. 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 Dictionary writing. And that is all I have to say. If you had any difficulty understanding this video, let me know in the comment section. Please, I don't want you to live in the doubt. And I'll see you other time. Goodbye.